Welcome back, Chiefs Kingdom, to another KC Sports Report live stream. As always, I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and tonight we have a jam-packed show for y'all. This is the best week of the year. I cannot stand the Denver Broncos, so we're going to preview that game. We're going to make our NFL picks, and as always, we're going to answer your questions that you leave down in the chat. I know I've done a pretty poor job recently of getting to all of them, but I really appreciate the questions, and tonight I will get to all of them. So, again, what a time to be a Chiefs fan. The Chiefs are 5-1 coming off of a great win against the Buffalo Bills, and this is the time when the Chiefs are going to beat up on a divisional rival. I cannot stand Denver. I think that they might be my most hated team in the division, and I expect the Chiefs to finally get revenge on the Broncos. Not finally, I guess they've been beating up on the Broncos since 2015. I'm expecting a big win, but we're looking at a game that is in Denver, in Mile High City, in the snow. It's going to be a snow game. And as we all know, Patrick Mahomes balled out last year in the snow here in Kansas City, where they beat the Broncos. So Patrick Mahomes has experience in the snow. As we all know, he was a great player in the snow. So, I'm expecting a big offensive performance. We're going to get to see Le'Veon Bell, hopefully. If you follow my Instagram, which is at KC_sports report, I post everything that I see fit. And I posted a clip yesterday of Le'Veon Bell getting a practice rep at Chiefs practice. So it's great to see him getting acclimated to this offense, but I'm excited, Chiefs Kingdom. I really am. I think this is going to be a great week of football, and hopefully the Chiefs can continue to win and do this Sunday. All right, let's get to this chat. I see we got Tony Fuentes. What's up? Lenny the Cool. Charlie McAdams. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Appreciate that. Chiefs Royal Sporting. What's up? No problem, Tony. Thank you for that. Let's see. Yep, I saw that. Antonio Brown signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, before everybody freaks out, let me just say this. Antonio Brown has not played football in a year and a half. Well, almost a year and a half. And he's not exactly playing the best football of his career. And everybody's trying to make the comparison between Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown and kind of how they're the same people. Both on and off the field at this point in their career. But, Le'Veon Bell was at least playing football. Antonio Brown has not played since week 2 of last year with the Patriots. And, obviously he goes back to play with Tom Brady. I think that Tom Brady put in a little bit of extra say in bringing him to Tampa. But I don't know. It's going to be a fun signing. I want to see what he can do. I wouldn't get too over excited or overconfident if I was a Buccaneers fan, just because you don't know what you're getting. And at the end of the day, you still got Tom Brady throwing him the ball. So, is Tom Brady okay? Yeah, he's solid, but we'll see what he can do with all these weapons. If there's going to be a team that comes out of the NFC, you got the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Bucs are putting forth their best effort to get out as well. Let's see. Teams are trying to copy the Chiefs with these big name signings. Yeah, the Chiefs, in my opinion, still have the best offense in the league. And until somebody proves otherwise, until somebody can, just show that they have a better offense, we have the best offense. Until somebody proves otherwise, we're still the best. Patrick Mahomes is a snow game guy. Dude, Patrick Mahomes can throw it in anything, but like you said, he's especially great in the snow. For whatever reason, Patrick Mahomes is great in every weather, but when it gets to the snow, it's just, he's a different animal. Let's see. How did you deal with Master at work? That guy is annoying. Okay, let me just say this, because I banned one Chiefs fan from this channel. I don't even call him a Chiefs fan because he's not a Chiefs fan, but I go into Masterworks streams when he's not going troll mode. If he's not doing his stick and not just bashing the Chiefs 24/7, he's all right. I mean, we'll just talk football and stuff. But I'll go into his streams because I feel like he's had just so many bandwagon Chiefs fans that I need to go in there kind of as a representative of the Chiefs kingdom to kind of set everybody straight, because he doesn't just get Patriots fans, he gets Chiefs fans, he gets fans of all kinds. And when you got guys like the bandwagon Chiefs fans going in there and making us look bad, I just got to go in there to kind of just prove everybody wrong, and that the Chiefs kingdom is the best fan base in the NFL. So that's why I go into his streams. But I mean, I've collabed with him before. He's not a terrible dude. It's just when he gets in those trolling moods, he's no fun. But I think that everybody just needs to kind of like laugh at his videos. Don't take them seriously, because guys, I took him seriously in the beginning too. I mean, I thought that this guy was actually serious, but he's not. He's a troll when he does that kind of stuff. So it's not anything to be concerned about. Anyway, let's see. Mahomes' kid is a girl, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, I heard about that. Congrats to Mahomes. That's great. That's really good for him. Let's see. Chiefs win 31-17. You know, it's going to be interesting because I want to know if we're going to do what we did in Buffalo last week and pound the rock. I'm not sure if we will, because this is just not really what we do. And Patrick Mahomes still leads this offense, but based off the success that we had in Buffalo, we're going to try to run it more. I don't think that's going to happen, just because the Broncos' run defense is significantly better. I'm not saying that they're good, but yeah, they're not going to be able to run the ball as effective as they would normally. So I think you give it to Mahomes, and he just hits Le'Veon Bell in the flat. He hits Travis Kelce. He hits Tyreek Hill long. I mean, we have so many weapons on this field that the Broncos defense, which is very banged up, will not be able to stop it. And, you know, I think our defense will rise to the occasion and stop the Broncos offense. As we saw last week, they went into New England and they didn't put up a touchdown. They won by all field goals. And you cannot do that against the Chiefs. We're going to put up our points, and you got to match it. I mean, to the Raiders' credit, that's how they beat us. They were able to put up points and go side by side along with us. But the Broncos are just incapable of doing that. They won't do that. So, I mean, I've got all the confidence in the world, but I mean, we just need to make sure that we stay in our game plan and don't cater to theirs. I mean, that's just how the Chiefs win games. What is up, Andy Rod? What is up? Let's see. How many rushing yards will Bell get? You know, I could be wrong, and somebody might be able to tell me that in the comments. I don't know if he's eligible to play this week, or maybe he would. I think he is. I think he is eligible to play, but he's not going to be a main part in this offense, and especially through the running game. I really don't think that they're going to give him a ton of carries when you've already got Clyde, and we saw Clyde go off on Monday. Not Monday. Yeah, it was on Monday. We saw Clyde go off on Monday night, so I think that Clyde's going to get more rushing yards, but Le'Veon is going to be more of a dual threat back. We're going to get to see him a lot more in the slot and catching passes in the flat, and he's going to be able to turn up field and get those yards. But also, I mean, it depends on how many third down situations we get in. If we get into a lot of third down situations, third and short, and goal line carries, I mean, he's going to get a lot more touches just because he's built for that. But, I mean, I expect Clyde to still get more carries at this point in time. Defensive end is going to be really thin position for us this game. Yeah, we lost Taco Charlton. He's dealing with, I believe, the knee. And Alex Okafor is out as well. So we are a bit short on players, but I mean, the Chiefs are just by far a better team. I mean, people seem to forget that we have owned this Broncos team since Peyton Manning was the last quarterback. I mean, they have not beaten us since Peyton Manning was calling the plays. I mean, are you kidding me? That just shows me that this Chiefs team has just dominated this sorry franchise for the past 5 years, And I don't think it's going to change in this game. I really don't. Are you talking about Quran? Yep, I am. And there's a few others too. But again, I go into the streams just to prove to everybody that the Chiefs Kingdom is still the strongest fan base in the NFL with real fans, not fake ones, with real fans. And I might add right now, just to throw this out there, can everybody like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already? We're trying to get to 3.4 thousand subscribers by the end of the month. We're very close. I think we're like less than 20 away. So that's the goal right now. But if you guys could help that, I'd more than appreciate that. Let's see. I know, but Broncos offensive line isn't that good. We should be able to create pressure. We should. And the Broncos are banged up. And Drew Lock, as much as Broncos fans want to say that he's just some god walking among men, he's really not. I mean, we saw what he did in New England, and we've seen what he's done this year. I mean, I'm going to cut him some slack. He's played less than a full season combined, but he really has not played very well. I mean, he hasn't. And the teams that he beat last year weren't very good. I mean, they weren't very good. They beat the Texans, which we ended up beating in the playoffs. And I can't really remember who else they played, but I mean, he beat the bad teams, and I guess that's good for Broncos fans. But when you're a championship contender, you're not satisfied with just beating the bottom dwellers, with just beating the below average teams. You got to go out there and beat the best of the best. And last year, Drew Lock couldn't, and I don't think that's going to happen this year. What do you think about Brown to the Buccaneers? It's a good move for them. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know, because maybe Antonio Brown goes full Pittsburgh and Raiders mode and just trashes that locker room. Maybe everybody hates each other by the end of the season. But I mean, I'll be interested to see how he handles criticism, because Tom Brady, I mean, we've seen him so far this year. He's a lot more angry this year. I don't know if that's just because it's a new team or his receivers just aren't doing what he's used to, but I mean, he's just constantly screaming at guys over on the sideline, and I'm not really, used to seeing it as much as he's doing it. So I'll be interested to see how Antonio Brown takes some of those loud conversations from Tom Brady. But I mean, it's a good move. I mean, we'll see. Only time will tell. But again, no one's beating this Chiefs team. We're stacked, and I would love to face the Bucs in the Super Bowl. Nothing would make me happier than to send Tom Brady home without a ring and Mahomes getting his second one. Nothing would feel better than that. Tyson hates me just because I'm a Chiefs fan. Yeah, I don't think he hates me, but I don't know. It's not my deal. What if Jackson Mahomes is the QB and Patrick was okay? I don't know. That's up to you, dude. What do you think about Drew Lock's progression? I'm gonna give him some time. Like I said a while ago, I'm gonna give him some time to hopefully kind of get back to full health. I mean, he did miss some time with that shoulder injury, so he could just be a little bit still fatigued with that, but I'm not really impressed by what I've seen. I'm really not. So I really expect us to win this game, but Drew Lock might have to play better, or they might be drafting his replacement. I mean, that's how bad the Broncos have been this year. They've only won 2 games, but I mean, Drew Lock's got to figure it out, because if you cannot beat this Chiefs team, you're just going to be one quarterback in the long line of many that have not worked out with the Broncos. I mean, what have they had? 7 or 8 quarterbacks since Peyton Manning retired? I mean, it's just an absurd amount. And if he cannot beat us, I mean, you're going to have to find someone else. I mean, he's a KC kid, went to Missouri. I'm not a Tigers fan. I'm a Jayhawks fan, but Kansas City people like him. So maybe he's just too much of a Kansas City guy to win these games against us. Let's see. He's eligible to play, but I don't think that he'll get significant snaps. I agree. I still think that they might hold him off for a good game. After this week, we play the Jets at home. That we could literally throw out. We could put Jackson Mahomes at quarterback and still win that game. I mean, the Jets are in a full all-out tank. We'll see. We'll see what they do, but I think that it might be smart to kind of save Le'Veon, get him acclimated to the offense, and when it really matters in some of these big games, we throw him out there. Do you think our offensive line will play as well as last week? Schwartz is out, unfortunately. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know, because on one hand, it's easier to run block than pass block. And obviously last game, it was the majority of running plays. So it depends on what the game plan is. If we decide to throw it 40 times, I'm not sure on how this offensive line will hold up. I'm not going to lie. I said it in my recap video. I'm very happy with Daniel Kilgore and what's his name? Nick Allegretti. Cannot believe I forgot that. Apparently Nick Allegretti's seen this channel, so I really appreciate that. But it's going to be interesting to see. I think that as long as we can give Mahomes just a little bit more time, he'll be fine. But in the snow, I mean, that could be a more difficult challenge for an offensive line that's just basically been thrown together at the last minute. So, I mean, we'll see. Bell will be catching balls out of the backfield, then runner. I agree. They might even put him in the slot. They really might just put him in the slot and just, from that point on, just let him go to work. Schwartz and Watkins are out. Yep. Watkins is going to be out for a while. And Schwartz, I'm not sure. He's got a kind of a bad back. So it's, I don't know. He might come back soon, but who knows? Do you think the Chiefs D-line will play poorly since Alex Okafor and Taco Charlton are out? Recently we haven't actually had a great defensive line pass rush. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Chris Jones has been good. Frank Clark, I just feel like he hasn't really broken out quite yet. He's come close a lot, but he just hasn't really broken out yet. I mean, I think that he can get 2 to 3 sacks a game. And especially against an offensive line in Denver that is not very good, we need to see a good pass rush performance by Chris Jones, Frank Clark. I can't even think who else we have. I mean, I'm trying to think of some backups that we have on the defensive line. If you guys think of any, I'm just not thinking of them at the moment. Just let me know. Do you know Colby? He's a Broncos fan. Yes, I do. I actually asked him if he wanted to come on tonight. Haven't heard a response, but if he pops in the chat, I will be more than happy to add him. Yeah, he's a good Broncos fan. Let's see. Yep, Drew Lock is average. Let's see. What is up, Aaron? Glad to see you. Man, I'm really backed up on the chat. Hold on. I apologize for that. Did you watch the Alex Smith documentary? They cut open his entire leg and showed his bone. Yep. I saw that. That's just another example of the fighter that Alex Smith is. Because, dude, the guy's playing football right now. I mean, he played for the Washington football team just a few weeks ago. So, I mean, I've got all the love and respect for Alex Smith. I think that when he chooses to retire, we bring him back as a coach. I really think that. I mean, there's never been a better guy, both on and off the field than Alex Smith. He's a class act. Let's see. What happened to KC Kid? He deleted his channel. If you want to watch him, he sometimes joins streams on LA Originals channel. Oh yeah, if I'm not streaming on here, you can probably find me at my guy LA Originals stream. He's he's a sad Chargers fan, so we'll talk a little bit about the AFC West and just our football teams. But if you're not seeing me live here, I'm more than likely live with him. So if you want to hear more of my my thoughts, you can always catch those streams as well. Do you think we will do anything before the deadline? It's not likely. It really isn't. Unless we just go out there and get more offensive line guys, which is what I think we need. I can't see it. But Actually, I can't really see us picking up anybody before the trade deadline or like trading for someone. Wouldn't be shocked though if we picked up an offensive lineman. I really wouldn't. And I forgot to talk about this. Just think about how this offensive line is performing right now. Imagine when we get Lucas Niang next year. Lucas Niang had to opt out before the season started because of all the COVID stuff, but just think about how good this offensive line will be when we get Lucas Niang. I mean, the man didn't allow a sack in like 2 or 3 college seasons, which is very impressive. So I cannot wait to add him to this offensive line. But to answer your question, I don't think we're going to get anybody at the deadline. But after the deadline, we might pick up an offensive lineman. Let's see. Split backs will be amazing. I think the linebackers would just freeze. The linebackers wouldn't know what to do because what they're doing right now to face off against this Chiefs offense is they're playing like a zone coverage, but they're dropping, I think, those outside linebackers back into the secondary. So it kind of is able to cover Kelsey, cover somebody streaking over the middle of the field. But once you get someone that can just manipulate those linebackers and make them kind of like freeze, like you said, we're just going to have an open lane to do whatever we want in the running game and possibly in the passing game. I mean, I want to see a lot of rollouts because what we can do is if Mahomes gets out to the right and he's just going over to the right side of the field and he's just motioning, I think that he can either fake the throw, he can throw a slant to Le'Veon Bell, or even hand it off to, Clyde. It's just going to make this offense even more unstoppable. So I'm really happy about that. Let's see. Hopefully Tyreek Hill has more of an impact in this game. He was pretty non-existent last week. And, to the Bills' credit, they took away Tyreek Hill. They did. But I also think that the Chiefs were not trying to get him the ball because they knew that Buffalo's run defense wasn't any good. And that defense overall wasn't very good. So I fully expect Tyreek Hill to get more touches in this game. Whether he scores or not, I'm not sure, but maybe we see a replica of what happened last year at Arrowhead Stadium where Mahomes went deep to Tyreek Hill in the snow and he caught a bomb in the back of the end zone. So maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't, but like you said, Tyreek Hill might have a pretty big game. Let's see. Bro, if you don't stop with these crazy headlines, the Broncos are not defeating the Chiefs this year. I guess anything could happen, but it's not likely this year. I agree. That's why I think that, and this is what I cannot stand about Broncos fans. Broncos fans think that since they won one game, they're going to challenge the Chiefs for the division. They're going to finish in first, if not second place. It's like, okay, calm down. This is literally one game in which you got lucky when you won. And just, that's why I don't like Broncos fans. They get way too overhyped and they over-exaggerate on what their team can do. I mean, if they think that they have a chance in this game, they to go along with the metaphor, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell. Literally. It's going to be a cold game, which the Chiefs just seem to love. And they're going up against a division rival that we've just owned again for the past 5 years. They just do not have a shot in this game. But anything's possible, I guess. I don't want to say they can't win, but if the Chiefs lose this game, I would be concerned because we're just by far and away a better team. Let's see. When do you think Willie Gay will take away snaps from Ben Niemann? Lenny the Cool, I don't know. And to be quite honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed that he really hasn't taken over Niemann's job yet. I know everybody kind of hates Ben Niemann. He can't really tackle. I think he's okay as like a 4th or 5th option, but why Willie Gay is not starting right now is beyond me. I have no reason to tell you why he's not starting. Maybe he's just not ready. I thought that Willie Gay was going to be the best draft pick the Chiefs spent this year, but he just hasn't gotten the playing time. He really hasn't. And I think that he could be a very good linebacker in this system, but obviously Steve Spagnuolo is not confident with where his development is. I'm not really sure why, but he better get acclimated at some point this season, because at some point Ben Niemann is going to hurt this team more than he's going to help it. And you might as well just throw the young kid in and hope for the best. But I think that Ben Niemann it should not start over Willie Gay. I really don't. They're bandwagon Chiefs fans on Masterworks live streams that know nothing about Chiefs history. Yep, that's why I go in his streams, guys. I mean, the fact that we are getting so many bandwagon Chiefs fans that didn't even know who Eric Berry was, I mean, I got to go in there and expose them myself, because the fact that you don't know who Eric Berry is it's ridiculous. Not only because you don't know one of the best safeties in Chiefs history, but you don't even know a guy that was known league-wide who beat cancer and came back. I mean, that's just shocking, and it's really disappointing. I mean, those are the type of bandwagon Chiefs fans that this fan base does not need. But is it just me, or are Steelers fans so annoying? You know, I haven't come across a Steelers fan. We'll see. Oh, I guess I should say this. If the playoffs started today, the Chiefs would hold the 3 seed, and guess who would be the 7 or the 6 or 7 seed? It would be the Cleveland Browns. I would love to play the Browns in the playoffs. Obviously, it would be a wild card game, so we didn't really get home field or get that bye. But I mean, the Cleveland Browns would just get destroyed, because we would be playing at home, and it would be a chance for the winner to go to the divisional round. So if the playoffs did end today, or they started today, we would play the Browns. And I have all the confidence in the world that we would beat the Browns. Let's see. If teams think the way to stop Mahomes is rush 4 and drop 7, or rush 3 and drop 8, then they can expect to get a heavy dose of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and now Le'Veon Bell. Watch them just throw it. You know, watch them run like slant patterns. Watch them put Le'Veon in the slot, and he just runs a crossing route or a slant, like right in front of the linebackers. And Le'Veon's fast enough to catch the ball and just go right past him. I mean, it's just going to, like you said, it's just going to be unfair. I mean, they cannot stop this Chiefs offense. They can't. I mean, at this point, the Chiefs are by far and away one of the best offenses in the NFL right now, probably the best offense. And with all the names that they're adding to this offense, they might be historic. I mean, at the end of the year, they might add even more accolades to this offense, and they might go down as one of the best of all time. I mean, that's how good they are. But we'll see. If the weather is really bad and the Broncos are dropping 7 back in coverage, I see the Chiefs going ground and pound again with play action. Yep, play action is going to be a big, big play design in this game. I mean, I don't think that Bell's going to get a ton of opportunities to make a huge impact, but he's going to get his touches. If he plays, he's going to get his touches, and we'll see what he can do. But I mean, I think that what we have in our corner and what's an advantage to us is this Chiefs team is just so unselfish that I don't care if it's Le'Veon getting the ball. I don't care if it's Clyde getting the ball. They're all comfortable enough in their positions to not be, I mean, I guess, be the Antonio Brown that is just complaining about not getting throws, complaining about not getting catches. I mean, this offense is just selfless. They're just focused on winning. They don't care about the individual stats. They're just focused on winning. And you love to see it. You really do. Let's see. Does Noddy keep up what he did last game? I hope he does. Noddy's been a very good good option for this Chiefs defense. I really like his run stopping ability. He's able to kind of get in the middle and close up all those holes, which, you know, I'm happy about. And I think that he's a very underrated piece on this Chiefs defense. And listen to this stat. Everybody has just dogged this Chiefs defense for how they played against the Raiders. And you know what? I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but statistically, the Chiefs have a top 3 scoring defense, and they're ranked number 9 overall. The Chiefs have a top 10 defense. I mean, can you imagine Chiefs Kingdom? And this defense is only going to get better. It's only going to get better. And when you add, the pieces that we have to the defense, we're out L'Jarius Sneed, who, in my opinion, is our number 2, or maybe even on a good day, our number 1 corner. We're still going to get better, and we're already a top 10 defense. So paired with this offense, you better, not you, but the NFL better hope that this defense gets worse, because there's no stopping this Chiefs team if they continue to get better on defense. There is no way you can shut this down. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. So I'm thrilled. I really am. Let's see. I'm really far back on the comments. Oh, I think we got a Broncos fan in here. Let's see. AB just signed in Tampa Bay. Yep, we covered that a while ago. Hey, shout out to everybody who came to the stream. We got 69 people in here right now, which is really nice. I think this might be a record. So I appreciate everybody for coming in. And if you guys like the channel, you can support it through the super chat. But if not, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. That's the goal, and we're trying to get to 4,000 subs by the end of the year, and we are more than capable of hitting that goal. So let's get to 4,000 by the end of the year. Let's see. Man, you guys are going crazy in the comment section. I love to see it. Let's see. The secondary can't give up as many pass interference and holding penalties this week. That crap was killing us against the Bills. Dude, I almost went ballistic on Bashaud Breeland. That man could not do anything. Stephon Diggs just made his just had his way with him, and you can't do that. So, we can only hope that they get better. And minus those penalties, this Chiefs defense was pretty good. So I think that you add more I don't know what to say, more pass rush, more production from the secondary, and this defense is going to be scary. With that being said, I will add Village Boy to the chat, and then we can talk about this game further. What's going on, my man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Not much. Just talking some Chiefs and Broncos. How do you think that game's going to go?
Honestly, I think we'll win. Drew Lock hasn't really been great this year. I know he's coming off a shoulder injury in his first game back against a really good Patriots defense. He almost really blew the game for the Broncos. The Broncos defense really won them that game, not the Broncos offense. So I think with the addition of Le'Veon Bell, I think this would probably be, I won't say easy, but since the Broncos defense is pretty good, but I think we'll win handily by 10 points.
We better. Better win this game. It's like I said, it's going to be a snow game.
Mahomes plays goods in the snow.
Yeah, we saw what he did last year against the Broncos in the snow,
and we saw what he did against the Colts in the snow too.
He won both of those games. But like you said, dude, Drew Lock was terrible. Drew Lock was just terrible. So yeah. Maybe he can. He has to get better if they want to win this game. They need Drew Lock playing at his best level and his best performance, because they got no chance if he's not good.
Agree.
What do you think about the Bucs signing Antonio Brown?
I feel like it's a good signing for them. They're definitely are contenders now coming out of the NFC. I know we faced them in week 12, I believe. So that's going to be a good game to watch. The offense is, their defense is very underrated, as you can see against what they did against the Packers. They really shut down Aaron Rodgers. They were coming into the game 4-0, and they shut them down. So I know a lot of people were saying that the Buccaneers weren't going to be Super Bowl contenders coming into this season, but I was one of those people that had a feeling that there might be Super Bowl contenders just because they have Tom Brady, who doesn't turn the ball over like Jameis Winston. He has weapons because he didn't have any weapons like in his final year with New England. He has like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones, I believe his name is. They have Leonard Fournette. I know they lost OJ Howard for the season, but they have Robert Gronkowski as well.
Got Shady as well.
They have Shady McCoy, even though they don't use him a lot. The offensive line is very underrated. Tom Brady is not getting sacked too much this season. And the addition with AB, I think that might put them over the top. I won't say that. I mean, anything can happen on any given Sunday, especially in the playoffs. But they should definitely be one of the top 3 teams coming out of the NFC this season.
So this person asks, with the AB signing, should the Chiefs get a defensive trade asset, and who? I don't think we need it. I really don't.
It depends. I mean, I know the Ravens, they got Yannick Ngakoue, and I believe they signed Des Bryant as well. So, I mean, the Chiefs shouldn't be worried about all these signings that's going around the league. I mean, knowing Veach, who knows? He could. You never know with Veach. He could sign a defensive player. I mean, this man he just signs like randomly. I didn't even know we were going to sign Le'Veon Bell, to be honest with you. So
I had an inkling that we would. I wasn't sure, but I thought that there was a good chance of happening.
I wasn't sure until after the fact that his 3 teams were either the Bills, Chiefs, and Dolphins. At that point, I knew like he was coming to the Chiefs. It was pretty obvious.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, I don't think we need to pick anybody up.
Well, it depends. I don't know if Ladarius Sneed is coming back. Is he coming back this year? I know he broke his collarbone.
I think he is coming back.
Okay.
It's going to be like later in the season, maybe even the playoffs. But I mean, if they're going to do anything, in my opinion, they're going to pick somebody up. Like last year, they got Big Mike Pennell off of, I think.
Yeah, they got Mike Pennell. I think he was on the waivers, I believe, and they got Terrell Suggs too.
Yeah, so I mean,
so they're definitely gonna make. I have a feeling like they're definitely gonna make moves for another championship run. They're not gonna like just sit back and relax. The Chiefs are always gonna make moves maybe around week 13, week 14, just to have like that push for a championship run. So
yeah. I mean, if anything, they might even bring in more offensive linemen.
Yeah. But I mean, I was very pleased with the offensive linemen this past Monday, like Kilgore and Allegretti. They were really good against the run, in the run game. Mahomes wasn't sacked too much. I think he was only sacked 1 time. So this line was very impressive against the Bills defense that's very underperforming this year. I know coming into the year, the Bills defense was top 10, but statistically they've been ranked towards the bottom of the league in
they've been terrible this year, dude. They've
been awful. So I want to see this offensive line go against good pass rushers, we're going against one with Brett, what's his name, Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb. I know they don't have Jarrell Casey anymore. He's out for the season. So I just want to see how this offensive line does against good pass rushers later down the road when we're gonna face the Saints with Jordan and then Shaquille Barrett, I believe, and
he's good.
Joey Bosa again, Melvin Ingram. I just want to see this offensive line go against really good pass rushers towards the end of the season in the playoffs. So I just want to see how this line does.
Yep. I'm going to try to get to everybody's questions. I really appreciate it. We had 95 people in here at one point. So I'm going to try my best to get to everything. This person asks, who do you think is the biggest competition in the AFC overall?
Well, okay. So the biggest competition, and this might shock a lot of people, it might be the Steelers, because recent history shows that the Chiefs haven't been really good against the Steelers. Yes, I know, Mahomes only played the Steelers once in his with his time in KC, and we beat them, I believe, 42-37, and this was in 2018. But they didn't really have a good defense that year, and they didn't even make the playoffs that year either. I still think it's the Ravens, just because they have a really good defense. I'm not gonna say the Bills, because the Bills just aren't there yet. Could be the Titans. You never know. The Titans have been playing really good ball as of late, but I would say the biggest three teams that could dethrone the Chiefs this year is either the Ravens, because they just got Yannick Ngakoue. I know we have beaten them 3 times, but at some point, like, the Ravens will get one of these games against the Chiefs, and that really scares me. But I think the Steelers is one team too, because their offense is really playing at a high level right now, and their defense is like literally top 5. They have a top 5 defense right now. They are not giving a lot of points. They have a really good pass rusher with T.J. Watt. I forgot their other names, but T.J. Watt is like anchors that pass rushers. They have
Yeah.
Minka Fitzpatrick. They have Steven Nelson, a guy that we all know that played for the Chiefs, and he's playing pretty good with the Steelers. I know they lost Devin Bush for the entire season, but I think their defense will still be pretty good. The Steelers are definitely a threat. And also the Titans. The Titans, they have that gritty play style. They like to run the ball with Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill is playing fantastic this season. He's not turning over the ball that much, and they have really good wide receivers as well. I know their defense is not really that good this year, but they're winning games, so you got to give them their respect.
Yeah. You got to give them respect. I mean,
So my 3 teams personally are either the Steelers, Ravens, or Titans. Those are the biggest team. Those are the biggest threats to the Chiefs right now.
that was a good question. I'll probably end up making a video about that, but I agree with Village Boy. The Steelers, Titans, and Ravens are the biggest threats to this Chiefs team, but I can't see us losing to either. I think we're just a better overall team, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Our defense is beast. I think we got a shot if we can score some touchdowns. If you guys can score some touchdowns, that's the question. Can you guys score touchdowns? I mean, people overlook our defense, which is not that bad. I mean, I said it before. Village Boy.
Yeah, our defense is ranked 9th. We've given up, I think, 20 points per game, like 21 points.
Less than 20.
Less than 20. We're ninth in scoring defense right now, and then we're like a top 3 pass defense right now. The only issues with our defense is just the run defense. Our run defense is bad, and it's been bad for like 5 years now. Well, 4 years really, but our run defense is still bad. We're still working on the run defense. I know we didn't give up a lot of rushing yards with Singletary, but it's still a work in progress. So our defense is not like 2008 defense. It's not that. It's nowhere near that. Not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not concerned. Like I said, they're gonna continue to get better. I mean, this defense is only gonna get better. And we're in what, week 7? Think about how this defense was playing last year around this time.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was we didn't start playing good defense until after the bye week. So during this time last year, our defense was pretty shit. But they were still learning the scheme under Steve Spagnuolo. So I think we're in a good place right now, because last year during this time we did not have a top 10 scoring defense. So I think it's a huge improvement this year.
Yep. Do you think the Chiefs offense could evolve to a Peyton Manning no huddle type of offense to combat these great defenses? Well, wait, hold on. We kind of do a no huddle offense, and we're actually very good at it. So I'm not sure. I think that we're kind of doing that already, but what we're doing right now on offense is good enough. And I think that they might throw some more no huddles in there, but I mean, right now I have no complaints.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking about the defense, I'm still wondering when they're going. I know they played Willie Gay a little bit, but I think they should maybe start him eventually.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Why is Ben Neiman playing, dude? I got no idea.
I know this dude continues to give up plays after plays. It's just very frustrating to watch. And I already know who they're throwing to. Like, it's just too difficult to watch this guy play. I know a lot of Chiefs fans still like Ben Neiman. I don't even like any of our linebackers besides maybe Damian Wilson. But I know Anthony Hitchens. He's been all right this year. I mean, at least he's like tackling pretty efficiently. I mean, I I criticize Anthony Hitchens a lot, but he's been playing pretty good this year for the most part.
He really has. So is Damian Wilson.
Yeah.
And, I think that they must think that Willie Gay is not ready. That must be what it is, because Willie Gay's got all the talent in the world.
Because I don't know why Ben Neiman is starting. I still don't know why. I just don't understand. He's literally a practice squad player. I'm sorry, but he is.
Like, I think he's like a fourth or fifth option. Definitely not starter material. And the fact that this man was a starting linebacker in the Super Bowl blows my mind. Let's see. Should the Chiefs go after Quinnen Williams for the Jets because they only want a second rounder in return? Damn, that'd be a really good pickup. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe that'll be a video. I'm not.
I mean, the Chiefs still can make moves. Yeah, I know we got Le'Veon Bell, but we're not really paying him. Really, the Jets are.
Well, Quinnen Williams is like a second-year player, and so I think that, dude, the Jets are desperate right now, dude. You might be able to get like a Quinnen Williams for like a fourth or a fifth. I mean, that's how desperate that Jets team is to lose. I mean, who knows? I mean, it would be a good pickup.
They definitely don't want to win.
No, they don't at all.
I think they're trying to get Trevor Lawrence at this point. They already know, like, they're just trying to hit the reset button. Like, I know after this season they're going to fire Adam Gates. They're going to fire everyone. They're going to release all their players, or either trade them or just cut them or do whatever with them. So they're gonna get Trevor Lawrence. They have no intention of winning any games this season because there's too many bad teams in the season. So I guess if they win a couple games, they're just hurting themselves at this point.
If they release everybody, give me Sam Darnold as a backup. I would love Sam Darnold as a backup. Be a great backup quarterback.
I mean, there'll be no point because I know Mahomes got injured, but like, really, Andy Reid knows how to like make backup quarterbacks look decent for the most part. So it's not really. If we do lose Mahomes, God forbid, like we'll win games. I don't think we'll win the Super Bowl, but
expect Brett Veach to make a move. I guarantee that. If we do, I don't even want to talk about this. If we do by any chance lose Mahomes for the season, expect the call to go to some team to get a quarterback. I guarantee that. But this viewer asks, the guy who came in for Schwartz, is he better? I think you're talking about Nick Allegretti. And, before everybody gets on the Mitchell Schwartz sucks bandwagon.
He does not suck, bruh. It was one game, guys. I need to see more from Allegretti. I really need to see more. Now, if he does good against the Broncos, then I'll have my eyebrows raised. But for now, no.
Well, dude, you got to think about this as well. Schwartz is hurt. Like, his back his back's giving him problems.
Yeah, he's been having a down year lately. I mean, this season. I don't know if he's getting old or something, because in my opinion, I really think we need to like start focusing on the offensive line, because like Eric Fisher, he's getting old. I know it's his 8th year in the league. Mitchell Schwartz is getting old as well. So we need to start investing. We need to start like getting draft picks for the offensive line and focus on defense more. We don't need to worry about wide receivers. We don't need to worry about quarterback or running back. I'm more concerned of getting like maybe like a couple corners, maybe another linebacker alongside Willie Gay, and maybe another pass rusher, maybe with Frank Clark. So I think we should focus more this next season, focus more on the offensive line and then linebackers and cornerbacks.
Yeah, I mean, the draft is such a long way away, but I mean, we got enough to make a championship run. We do. And maybe Brett Veach continues to add pieces throughout the season. Right now we've been pretty.
The only way if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, and it's not gonna be the defense fault because they're playing good. It's gonna be the offensive line, because the offensive line hasn't been that great this year. So if it starts to melt down, like if this offensive line doesn't work and then it gets exposed in the playoffs, then you gotta focus on the offensive line that coming into next season.
Yeah. Let's see. Why don't the Chiefs play Watts deep instead of Sorensen? I don't know. Sorensen, for whatever reason, is not. Sorensen, I'm not going to get too much on him. He makes big plays when we need him to, but he's not a starter. He's just not a starter. He's a third Third option.
I mean, he's a wild card. He'll make plays. He'll make game-ending interceptions, but he also gives up plays. So at this point, I don't. Why not? What the hell? I guess he can be on the team. Like I don't. They'll probably keep him, but he just makes plays. He had that one-hand interception.
That was really nice. That was really nice. But I mean, I'm not worried. It's just something that you got to deal with. And Sorensen, like I said, he's a great third option. He's just not a starter over Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill. He's just not that guy. But
no, he's not.
Let's see. I see someone in the comments, Kansas City Lover, is having some issues. Man, just letting you know that I appreciate you watching the videos, and the Chiefs Kingdom's got your back, dude. Chiefs Kingdom's got your back.
Oh yeah, speaking about special teams, Harrison Butker, I don't know what his problem is. I know he's been missing a lot of extra points, so it's maybe I don't know if it's the snap or the hold, or maybe he's not kicking it good. But he's been missing a lot of extra points. Like ever since the Chargers game, he's been missing like pretty much every extra point in every game that we've been in.
I think it's just it's a slump. He'll get out of it. Dude, Butker is still a top 5 kicker in the game.
Because I don't want one of these days we're in a dogfight. We got to kick the extra point to tie, and then we miss it. Then I'm gonna be angry.
Me too. All right, this question asks: would you rather see Yasir Durant over Mike Remmers? Remmers is a good 6-man, but I think Durant would be better. I'm really happy with what I've seen from Remmers so far. I haven't really seen
Remmers is pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of Durant. So
maybe they're played.
I think he's on special teams, but I haven't seen him like get actual snaps.
I mean, I've seen him on special teams, but I don't know if he's got like playing time like that.
Yeah. We'll see. I think Remmers should start over him right now, though. All right, let's get to this question, kind of about the Harrison Butker. Why is he having so many problems on the extra points, and is Tommy Townsend holding? Or is it Tommy Townsend's holding? I don't know. I like I said, I think that Butker's just going through a small slump right now. The weather hasn't been ideal, but I mean, he's better than that, and he's got to get better. But it's just it's a mid-season.
I know, but like if it continues, what do we do?
I'm keeping Butker, dude. I really am, because Butker, when the game matters, I mean, what we saw it in the Super Bowl. We saw it on the AFC Championship game 2 years ago. We saw it in that Chargers game. We've seen it in the Vikings game. When we need him to make a kick, he makes the kick. So, I mean, until we lose a game because of Harrison Butker, then we should be a little bit concerned. But, I mean, he's done the job enough.
All right. But I'm not concerned. I mean, I'm not concerned. But, I mean, if it starts costing us games, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Oh, boy. If you're trying to have a legitimate opinion here, you can't call the Broncos a sorry franchise. Well, they have been recently. Recently, they haven't been very good, specifically in the last 5 years. But it is what it is.
I swear, if the Broncos beat us like the Raiders did, I'm gonna be angry.
I'm gonna lose it, dude. I'm just gonna be in so much shock. Like, we're by far a better team, and we have no business losing to the Broncos. No business. I would be pissed.
I know we're division rivals, but like, seems like our division rivals want to beat us so badly this year because it's been like ages since they beat us. But
yeah,
I doubt that they're gonna overlook the Broncos like they overlooked the Raiders. Because that Raiders game, I know it's in the past, but that Raider fans can't just like get over it. Like,
nope.
Look, you beat us in Arrowhead for the first time since 2012. Like, I was still in middle school at that time. So
congratulations. Oh man.
Or high school. I mean, I was like a freshman in high school.
I might have been in middle school. Yeah. I was around middle school. But one day we'll do a live chat at Arrowhead. I might have to do a KC Sports Report fan meet and greet once this whole COVID stuff ends. That'd be pretty cool. Get all the Chiefs fans together. Maybe give out some merch. We'll see. Which is still in the works. Got to get on that. Have you watched any Niang tape? Guy's a monster. Chase Young said he was the toughest.
I think he opted out this season.
He did, but what you just said that Chase Young said that he was the toughest tackle he faced. I said that in my draft recap video back 6-7 months ago. The guy's going to be a stud. It's just a matter of time.
It's unfortunate that he couldn't play this season.
It really is. Let's see. What's with Mecole Hardman? His progression has been slow this season. I just don't think that he's as much of a receiver as he is a burner. He's not really built as a receiver right now. I mean, maybe he's got to put on some weight or work on his route running and catching ability, but they're not really going to him because they don't think that he's as polished as a receiver as some of the other guys.
I mean, Tyreek Hill had his growing pains in 2016.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a gadget player in 2016, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, Mecole Hardman is a luxury and not a necessity. We drafted him because of the whole Tyreek Hill thing. And is he going to play? Is he not going to play? But I'm not worried. I think that Mecole's going to continue to get better. Probably would have liked to have DK Metcalf over him, but at the end of the day,
oh man, if we got DK Metcalf.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine what this offense?
I mean, I love Mecole Hardman, but damn, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if Tyreek Hill didn't even get in, if this wasn't even an issue, Mecole Hardman wouldn't even be on the team. So, I mean, who would have we got if that report didn't come out? I'm curious.
Probably a corner.
Yeah, who was a corner? Who was a good corner in that draft? I forgot.
The big name was LSU guy, Greedy Williams. He was a big name.
He hasn't really been performing though.
No, so we might have lucked out with not drafting him, but
maybe he's having a sophomore slump, Mecole Hardman. I mean,
who knows?
Yeah, but we could have got DK Metcalf. Whew.
So why are people so worried about the offensive line? Well, hold on. I'm going to stop you there. Before last week, we should have been concerned about the offensive line because we didn't know that they could do that. That Bills game was a big bounce back game, and they needed to do that just to kind of show that we still are good at the offensive line position. I mean, they weren't good through the first 4 or 5 weeks. I appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. I'm very happy with the amount of people we've had in here tonight. At the most, we've had about 95, 96, and we still got 53 people in here right now. So
yeah, it seems like you're getting more and more people every week when I come in.
I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Going to continue to do these streams every week. Friday night, Red Friday streams, I guess. But I don't know. This is going to be a fun game. I cannot wait to see what Patrick Mahomes does in the snow again. That's what I'm looking forward to. Just seems to always go off. Let's see. Can you believe that we haven't lost to this team since Peyton Manning was quarterback?
Which scares me, really shouldn't scare me, but Andy Reid has been pretty good with division rivals. I know we lost to the Raiders. We beat the Chargers, so we're 1-1 in the division right now. He's been pretty good against division rivals for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, I think what are we 30? I don't even know, 31 and something. But yeah, we've been good. We've been very good. You know what? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Sometime I'll join or I'll make a stream where I'll just talk to you guys. I'll put the link in the description. Everybody can join. Talk about what you guys have on your chest. Maybe just do a for the fans stream. We can do something like that soon because I see everybody saying, "Hey, would like to come on." So maybe we'll do that. But let's see. I mean, okay, so we know that the Broncos didn't score anything in New England. You cannot beat this Chiefs team like that. It's just not going to happen. You got to score enough touchdowns to counteract Mahomes and what this offense can do. And if you can't do that, you got no chance. So, I mean, again, the Chiefs are just by far and away a better team that they should win this game. Patrick Mahomes versus Drew Lock. I mean, it's in Denver, but Patrick Mahomes is just so much more talented that I fully expect him and this offense to just torch that Broncos defense. Do you want to get into the picks currently? Maybe we'll do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull that up. I haven't made any of the picks. Oh, actually, I make my Thursday night picks on Wednesday. I picked the Eagles last night, which was a good pick. Who'd you pick?
I would pick the Eagles.
If Danny Dimes just didn't fall down. If he didn't fall down, he would have been fine. Let's see. All right. The next game that I have, do you have Panthers Saints?
No, I actually have Detroit at Atlanta.
Oh, man, that's going to be a really good game. Give me the Lions. I think that the Lions, for whatever reason, are just a better team. The Falcons they fired their head coach in Dan Quinn. They're just by far a better team overall. So give me the Lions to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions here. I know the Falcons won against the Vikings last week, but, the Vikings defense isn't even that good. I know the Lions defense isn't that good too, but I think the Lions have something going here. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the Lions in a close one, like maybe 31-24.
The Lions have been kind of shocking this year, dude. I'm not going to lie.
I know they're 2-3 though.
They are. They might get to 500 in this game.
Yeah.
What's the next game you got?
I got the Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. That's a good game. Do we know if anybody's out, like big name for the Browns?
Let me check.
That's going to be a really good game because the first time that they met, the Bengals lost, but it was very close. I mean, it was very close. I'm leaning towards the Browns. I think the Browns just, man, that's going to be a good game.
I'm gonna go with the Browns because their rushing attack is still pretty good. They face a Steelers defense that doesn't give up a lot of rushing yards, so that was expected. That's why I picked the Steelers last week. But this week, I'm going to pick the Browns because the Bengals defense isn't that good. So they give up a lot of rushing yards. They give up a lot of passing yards. Their offensive line isn't that good, so Myles Garrett's going to have a field day. Kareem Hunt is going to run the ball over the Bengals. I mean, the Browns defense has been improved ever since week 2. I know they gave up 38 points, but the Steelers they ran into a buzzsaw against the Steelers. So I'm gonna go with the Browns here, 27-17.
Yeah, I think that's a safe pick. I mean, the Browns, I think they got embarrassed by the Steelers.
Yeah,
so
and the Browns are much more improved this year too.
They'll bounce back. They'll bounce back and win this game, but I think it's going to be close. I'm thinking like 34-31. It's going to be a close game, but Odell's going to have a good game. Jarvis Landry's going to have a good game, and the the Browns will do just enough. But what's the next game you got?
The next game, it might be the game of the year. We got the Steelers at the Titans.
Ooh.
This game.
Ooh.
Both 5-0 teams.
That's a really good game.
I don't know why it's not on Sunday Night Football.
Damn, that's a good game. Wow. Something just urges me to pick the Titans. For whatever reason, that Titans team has looked pretty good in their 5 wins. And the Steelers, the Steelers and the Titans, I think, are overrated. They both haven't played very good teams. But, give me the Titans. Give me the Titans in a close game.
For some strange reason, the Titans are overachieving too much. And I'm going to go with the Steelers here because the Steelers have a better defense than the Titans. I feel like their offense is as par on the Titans. I'm pretty sure they definitely have a game plan to stop Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry will not beat them in this game. They're going to force Ryan Tannehill to beat them in this game. And if Ryan Tannehill beats them in this game, well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Ryan Tannehill, as much as I hate to admit it, he's a top 10 quarterback this year. He's second in MVP voting, in my opinion. I mean, he's been having a very good season, a quiet good season.
Mm-hmm. But for some strange reason, I'm going to go with the Steelers because the Steelers are known to win big games like this over the Mike Tomlin area. They are. So I'm going to go with the Steelers here 24-21. It's going to be a very close game, very defensive like game, and I think the Steelers are going to edge out the Titans 24-21.
That's good. That like I said, this is going to be a close game regardless, but it's just a matter of who's playing best at the moment. If the Steelers defense can stop Derrick Henry, they'll win. But Derrick Henry's just been a monster this year, and Ryan Tannehill's been good as well. But I'm going to say that the Titans will squeak one out. But what's the next game?
The next game is the Panthers at the Saints.
Ooh, that's a good game as well.
It's a lot of good games this week. The Panthers are 3-3. Saints are 3-2.
Dang, that's a good game. And part of me says to pick the Panthers, but I think that my gut tells me Saints. I think, aren't the Saints at home?
Yes, they're at home.
Okay, give me the Saints at home to win this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints at home because they're kind of underachieving this year. They're 3-2. Most likely, probably aren't going to get the bye. I think the Saints are look to get back on a roll here and take down their division rivals, 31-21.
Okay, I mean, yeah, like I said, that's a game that could go either way.
Yeah, the Panthers are. Who would have thought the Panthers would be 3-3? I thought they would be one of the worst teams in the league, and they're pretty average. But I feel like the Panthers are overachieving a little bit here this season, so I think the Saints will bring them down to reality.
Yeah. What's the next game you got?
We got the Bills at the Jets.
We don't even have to talk about this game. Bills win it by 60. I mean, oh man, the Jets just need to go to the XFL.
I got the Bills here. Next game.
Yeah, what is the next game?
The Cowboys at the Washington football team.
Ooh, you know what? Give me the upset. Give me the Washington football team. I think that they're going to win this game in a close game. But, dude, ever since the Cowboys lost Dak Prescott, Andy Dalton's not going to take that team and beat. Dude, that's a good game. Give me the Washington football team, though.
Something to. I don't know. The Washington football team, they have no offense. I can't pick a team that has no offense. I keep saying the Cowboys don't have any offense too, but at least they have weapons. I mean, at least they
Cowboys have no defense. They let the Giants put up like 36.
Yeah, I know. And the football team, they have a defense too, but they can't move the ball. So what's the point? Like, how can I pick a team that can't even move the ball? Like, barely. You got Alex Smith, as we all know, as Chiefs fans, he likes to check down the ball. So how are you going to – I know the Cowboys defense is ass, but at some point, this defense is going to have to stop giving up points. And I think this is a good opportunity for the Cowboys to play average defense at best against a Washington football team that can't, like, produce on offense. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys here. I'm going to pick the Cowboys here, 31-17, because Andy Dalton's not going to play that bad again on Monday Night Football. I mean, the Cardinals' defense is like top 10 defense. They only give up 18.6 points per game. They have a good defense. It's not like the Cardinals are slouches, so that was expected. So, I mean, the Washington football team, I know they have a decent defense, but at some point, the Cowboys like stars are gonna show up in this game. Ezekiel Elliott is gonna definitely have a bounce back game against his horrible game against the Cardinals. Michael Gallup was going to um show up in this game along with CD Lamb and all of them boys. So they're definitely going to make a statement in this game and win because there's just too much drama going around Dallas, and they're gonna make a statement in this game and they're gonna win.
It's going to be close, but I think I'm going to go with Washington. So what's the next game?
The next game is the Packers at the Texans.
Give me the Packers. I mean, the Texans, they've been better since they fired Bill O'Brien, but the Packers are going to bounce back. Didn't you say that the Packers are at home?
Oh no, they're in Houston.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I think that the Packers will win this game. Aaron Rodgers will finally bounce back, have a good game, and the Packers will win, we'll say 36-28.
Yeah, I got the Packers here. The Texans, they've been better. They've been scoring a lot of points under Romeo Crennel.
Chiefs fans remember him.
Yeah, he was horrible. That's why we fired him. The 2012 season, he was horrible. So I'm gonna go with the Packers here. It's gonna be a high scoring game. So the Packers defense, they're not they're not the worst, but they ain't the best. They're average, and the Houston defense, they stink. So this is gonna be a high scoring game because Deshaun Watson's not gonna get blown out. He's always gonna make it competitive. So but ultimately, the Packers are gonna win this game in a high scoring affair, and I'm gonna say 31-34.
Okay.
Packers.
All right, so what's the next game? We both took Packers.
The next game is Tampa Bay at Las Vegas. This was supposed to be a Sunday night football game, but they switched it.
Really? Why would they do that?
Because the Raiders have a lot of I think their whole offensive line has COVID and a whole lot of stuff has happening and all that shenanigans. So yeah, they moved the game from Sunday night football and they replaced it with the Seahawks at Cardinals.
Going back to the Raiders game, give me the Bucks. I think that they won a statement game last week. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders won, but give me. Oh, is Antonio Brown going to play on Sunday? Can somebody tell me that?
Don't think so.
I guess that would give him like no time to prepare. But I mean, anyways,
he has to go. He has to pass COVID testing and all that stuff. So no.
Okay. Give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Give me the Bucks too. The Bucks defense is going to shut down the Raiders, the Las Vegas offense, because I mean, the whole Las Vegas offensive line is not there. So Shaquille Barrett and Ndamukong Suh and the whole defensive line for the Buccaneers are going to eat on Sunday. So, and Tom Brady's going to do his thing, not turn the ball over and get his wide receivers more touches. So I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game 31-21.
Okay. What's the next game?
So the next game is a good game. We got the 49ers at the New England Patriots.
Wow. Oh, man. That's going to be a good game, too. But you said the Patriots are at home?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Patriots here, but I'm not really, confident on this pick. The only reason why I'm really going for the Patriots is because of Bill Belichick. I mean, what I saw from Cam Newton, yes, I understand they didn't have any practice time, but you looked horrible. Even if practice would have helped. I mean, he looked horrible. I mean, the Patriots defense, they tried their best to try to hold the game down for them, but it was just too much. I mean, the offense is just absolutely awful. And I'm sick and tired of Patriots fans saying, well, if Cam Newton was playing against the Chiefs, he would have won. No, he wouldn't.
Nope, wouldn't have happened.
He wouldn't happen. You don't play this bad. The Patriots don't have any weapons. They don't have weapons. I keep telling Patriots fans you guys don't have weapons. Izu, whatever his name is, the tight end, is not a weapon.
He's just a body. I mean,
yeah.
Like you said, I'm going to lean towards the New England Patriots. They're at home. They're going up against the 49ers team that overachieved on Sunday. The Patriots need to win this game. To be quite honest with you, if they don't win this game, they might not make the playoffs. I mean, it is sink or swim for them, and they need to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. But I mean, like you said, Cam Newton didn't really get to practice.
Yeah, he's like, what is this? Like, he's not playing good that season. He really isn't.
Well,
I mean,
hold on. Before he got out with the COVID, he was playing okay. He was actually playing.
He was playing okay. I mean, he's rushing the ball pretty well, but he has 2 TDs on the season, 4 interceptions. Oh, what am I gonna do with that? I know he's rushing the ball. I know he has 5. He's the leading rusher for them, which is pretty bad. Like with 225 yards, and he has 5 TDs on the ground. So I mean, he's productive. I mean, he's really the only offensive weapon, so I can't really blame him for the most part. But like he doesn't have any weapons. I mean, it's going to be really hard for Cam Newton to even win a playoff game if they do make the playoffs. Just because, for the most part, it's going to be Cam Newton on offense and their defense just like pretty much carrying them for the most part of the season.
We'll see. I think we both took the Patriots though. So what's the next game?
The next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oof.
Both horrible. I wouldn't even say the Chargers are horrible. They just blow leads, but I'm gonna pick the Chargers in this game. I know they're 1-4, but they've been competitive. They've been competitive in every game. They just keep blowing leads, but I think they're gonna beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and not blow this lead.
Like you said, the Chargers have been leading in some games. They just haven't been able to hold on. Give me Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers to win this game against the Jags.
Because the Jags, they haven't been good since week 1. I don't need to say anything more about them. So the next game is the Chiefs at the Broncos. This game could be a trap game for the Chiefs. I know a lot of people, the Broncos haven't beat the Chiefs in like 5 years and stuff like that, but I don't think the Chiefs will let it get over to their head like they did against the Raiders. So I think the Chiefs will handle business against their division rivals this time, and they won't overlook the Broncos if they do plan to play serious in this game for some strange reason. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, 31-20.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. I think that this is, like we've been covering for the past hour and 10 minutes, the Chiefs are just by far and away a better team. They're going to be adding Le'Veon Bell. They're going to have Patrick Mahomes healthy. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, after the kind of game that he had, they're going to have to shut him down as well. I mean, the Chiefs just have so many offensive weapons that the Broncos defense has to cover. And I know that defense is good, but they cannot possibly stop everyone. I mean, as we've seen a lot in prior years, Travis Kelce has big games against the Broncos. Tyreek Hill loves to burn the Broncos over the top. Give me the Chiefs to win this game, 34-21.
Okay, so the next game is a really good Sunday night football game. We got the Seahawks at the Cardinals.
Wow, that's going to be a really good game. You know what? I'm picking the upset. Give me the Arizona Cardinals. I think that that's going to be a very good game. That could have game of the week written all over it as well. But Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, that defense has looked okay this year. The really only bad loss was to the Lions, and nobody expected that.
The loss of the Lions, and I mean the Panthers the loss doesn't seem too bad now since they're 3-3.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game. I still think the Cardinals are going to win. What do you think?
Yeah, the Seahawks, they're doing pretty good this season, but at some point when you're going to lose your first game and prime time in Arizona, Cardinals are playing good. Their defense is a top 10 defense in scoring defense. I got the Arizona Cardinals, baby. I'm choosing the Cardinals. I love Kyler Murray. I love Cliff Kingsbury. I love their defense. I know they lost Chandler Jones for the year, but the defense is still holding it down. Patrick Peterson, Buda Baker, Drake and Patrick, they're holding it down. They're holding it down in the secondary. Their linebacker cores is all right. Their defensive line, I know they took a hit. Like I said before, they lost Chandler Jones, but the defensive line is still creating pressure. So I think they're going to make this. I think this game's going to be competitive. I think it's going to be close, but I see the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, pulling it out at the end. I really love this. I love the Cardinals offense. I really do. I really do. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals in an upset here, because I think the Seahawks. I don't really see the Seahawks being 6-0, and I think Russell Wilson is that defense is definitely gonna cost them a game.
That's what I was about to say. Seahawks fans don't understand that defense is that defense is going to lose them a few games. In fact, that team reminds me a lot of the 2018 Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes won the MVP. Russell Wilson is probably going to win the MVP. The Chiefs defense was horrendous. But that Chiefs defense was significantly worse than the Seahawks defense is right now. But that Seahawks secondary is not good. I mean, I think that DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray
DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, they're gonna light it up.
Look at the ball all over the field.
I got the Cardinals. I really do. So I'm gonna go do Cardinals 30, Seahawks 24.
Yep, give me Cardinals as well. All right, next game is the Monday night game.
A good game. Whew, another good game. We got the Chicago Bears, who are 5-1, and the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, 4-2.
Wow, another great game. Give me the Bears. Something about that team, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the defense, maybe it's Nick Foles, but that team, for whatever reason, just find a way to win games. And
I'm gonna go with the Rams here. I know the Bears are winning way too much games. They're winning way too much games for my likings. I'm not a Bears hater. I keep picking against them, but let me say this: if the Bears beat the Rams, then I'm gonna always pick the Bears to win until they prove me otherwise. So I'm gonna pick the Rams here for now because it's a safe bet. But because I like what the Rams are doing. I know they ran into a desperate 49ers team. I mean, they were desperate. So I'm gonna pick the Rams to win, 31-21.
Okay, so those were our Week 7 picks. A lot of good games this week. I mean, a lot. Let's get some of the last questions in. We're about an hour and 22 minutes in. As I mentioned before, I'll probably do a stream tomorrow night, maybe a For the Fans stream. Everybody can kind of come in, talk what they want to talk about. And so, yeah, but right now let's get to some of your questions. But I'm excited for this game, man. I'm just excited.
There's a lot of good games this weekend. A lot.
There really are a lot of good games. I think there's a conversation about the Titans in the comments. Dude, the Titans have surprised me. They really have.
Yeah. They really have to me too.
I thought that they were going to have a big AFC Championship game hangover, but they've been able to win every game. Sure, they have played one less, but they're a much better team. And that Steelers Titans game is going to be so fun because the loser of that game will fall out of the number 1 seed competition right now, at least. And the Steelers have to face off against the Ravens a few more times this year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Steelers lose.
The Steelers are overachieving. This Steelers team kind of scares me. If I were the Chiefs, I would not want to face the Steelers in the playoffs. What do you think?
What's up, bro? I don't know. The Steelers are a team that could give the Chiefs some issues just because of their pressure up front. I mean, you got guys like you said, TJ Watt on the outside. I don't know. That defense is good. But that offense, to me, it's not as good as everybody says it is. Because you got an offense that, I mean, Chase Claypool has looked great. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster has looked great. But at the end of the day, look at the teams that they beat. I don't know it off the top of my head. Maybe I'll pull that up. but they haven't beat the best of the best. Neither are the Titans. So until they play a good team and win against a good team like this Sunday, I'll take the.
Now, if they blow up the Titans, then Chiefs fans should be worried.
I don't even know if worried is the right word. I think that you got to be. I think that you got to notice it. You got to at least pay attention. I wouldn't worry, but Patriots dynasty is over. Yeah, you guys need to beat them this Sunday. You guys can't mess around. Do you guys see you guys want to see Antonio Brown have another freak out, or is it just me? I'd love it. He just goes into the Tampa Bay locker room, just starts throwing shit around and breaking stuff. I mean, that'd be amazing.
I'm pretty sure he'll be promptly removed.
Dude, at the end of the day, Tom Brady has probably had to stick his neck out just to sign this guy. Because do you guys remember when I think it was Bruce Arians said Antonio Brown will not be on this team? Like, he was very confident. But that's Tom Brady's team. Whoa, your mic's kind of, I don't know if it's too close, but it's
oh, my bad.
You're good. Yeah,
my mic's always, when it's close, it's really sensitive, so
I understand that. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end this stream. Where can the people find you, Village Boy?
I have an Instagram page. It's Chief Palace. Chief Palace. All you just gotta do is Chief's Palace, and it'll pop up. I have around like 3K Instagram followers, and it's really active. I post like every day.
Yeah, go follow him on Instagram at Chiefs Palace. You can follow me on Instagram at KC_sports report. As always, you can like this video on your way out, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more content coming very soon. I've been very, very busy this season trying to keep up and cover everything, all Chiefs. I think I'm going to have a stream tomorrow night for the fans. If you guys like the videos and you want to come in tomorrow and say something, you can definitely do that. But until tomorrow, I think I'm going to end this stream, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. This was a very big stream. We had 95 people in here at one time, so I really appreciate that. And on that note, have a great rest of your Friday night.
Yeah, thank you.